Okay, let's go! Semi-final, everybody! Quickmath against Mishmashhh. Yep. Pretty excited for this one, honestly, because this is a part of the bracket that I haven't casted yet. We are at the final tournament of the Lair.gg tournament series here in Valorant. And on the defender side, we got Quickmath, and on the attacker side, Mishmashhh. And honestly, Mishmashhh in particular, they've been pretty much crushing through their entire tournament bracket. Not really a team that I had on my list, but I also have to admit that heading into this tournament, there's a lot of the teams here that I don't really have any personal experience with, that haven't played in the qualifiers because they got a direct invite, for example. So, yeah. At this point, we have, of course, Haven once again. This is still a best of one. There's 1,000 euros on the line, and whichever teams takes it here on the best of one will then advance to the grand final. You already guessed it. But it should be an interesting one for sure, because, I mean, first of all, I like the name Mishmashhh. That's the first one. And I Want to Die is doing a piss poor job at that. Actually, you know what? He saved it. So first of all, he gets a kill, but then he goes down too. So true to the name, he bites the dust. And now we have a 4 versus 4 in our setup. When we're looking at the lineups, we at least this time have both of the teams right away with a Sage. This is actually the first game that we're casting today, where both teams have a Sage player. Sinzi takes Rebels down, Maxi against Bloomstar, 3 versus 3 setup. C gets attacked, and here comes Mucke from the side with a quick shot, dodges out on the flash. Sinzi with another one, and it leaves us with only one man standing, and this is Breach in the attempt to get the spike connected. The problem for him is he's up against 3, wants to kill. Oh, and gets gunned down as Sinzi is having none of it. The lead for Team Quickmath as we're heading into this second round. And an Ares immediately by Will Perry. Yeah, Ares is actually kind of interesting. A lot of teams, or well, a lot of people are jumping into an Ares now instead of simply going for an SMG and committing to a Spectre. We got a Bulldog in play. Actually 2, Bloomstar has 1 as well. The attacker side, Team Mishmashhh, not really committing to any weaponry right now. It's going to be an eco round for them, obviously. But let's see what Quickmath can actually do. A couple of darts already coming through. Yeah, getting the scout out. Nothing really happening over here. Then again, we got a little bit of a Bucky play here by Jet. Does not get enough damage in, but obviously now they know perfectly well where exactly she is. She still gets the heal. C is getting a little bit attacked. They're still playing it slow though. Defenders with all 5 still sitting more so in the middle. You have Cypher over on A. Ray is on C. But it's time for the garage apparently again. A lot of patience here on the side of Jet. But, I mean, they're not going to run out of time anytime soon. They still have 55 seconds left. But they need to make a commitment at some point. And so far, the defenders don't do them the favor of simply trying to push in. Especially, of course, against a Bucky. So yeah, that's not happening. Slow rotation over to A, as it seems. But they are starting to run out of time at least a little bit. A lot of wall banging happening right now in the attempt to maybe get a quick kill in. And there's the rotation over towards A, as already more or less expected. And Will Perry has full control over that. So he has the camera out. He's going to know exactly when they're going to push through A short, which is happening any second right now. Everybody with the exception of Jet is currently sitting there. Here comes the quick move. Jet, by the way, is about to move around the corner and could get the hit against Raze in. Yes, and does. Connects 1, connects 2, gets the kill. Spike is planted as we have Blood God sitting right here in a 4 versus 4 setup. Nice. Good half cage that we have over here. Trying to get a bit of a poke through. And can they get another kill? 1, 2. That might actually be a win for the attackers, and they make it happen. Jet comes around again with another Bucky shot, and they are able to win round number 2. Job well done by Team Mishmashhh. Off we go. Quickmath against Mishmashhh, and that was off to a good start. Now the Buggy is still in play. We have, in addition to that, also 2 SMGs now, and we also have Maxi with a Phantom. Whereas on the side of Team Quickmath, nobody's really committing to any weaponry yet. I mean, we got a Sheriff, we got 1 Ghost, nothing too crazy. Didn't even go for armor, so pretty much going for more or less a full buy at this point. Go for a little bit more than that. I mean, we have, for example, also a shotgun setup for them. But talking about shotguns, I mean, it's again Bucky time. But another thing that we have to point out is the Sheriff right here in the double doors, because Raze is ready and could get a hit connected if Brimstone really makes it through, but instead they are making their way over onto B. And Muka, honestly, he sees it coming. He sees it coming with a little blink around the corner here, and is actually nearly getting a kill in. Has a couple of shots onto Sova. On the other hand, he himself gets attacked too. There's a bit of a zone out. Sova doesn't really get healed yet, and they are really moving around here, but damn. That was one shot already. Boom, another one. Oh my god, like that. Honestly, that Bucky is mad value right now. The attackers win another one. Mishmashhh is able to take the defending team out without any problem at all. And he is... I mean, he has 5,500 credits, and he's just like, yeah, Bucky it is, baby. I mean, the cool thing when you have Jet, of course, is that you can always dash very close to an opponent's player and then try and take them down with a shotgun, right? That's one of those YOLO plays that you oftentimes see on Jet players, especially when you're playing a couple of puppies. But it's kind of funny to see it in a semi-final, like this one as well. The clutch battles continue to be clutch, but Team Mishmashhh with a 2-1 lead. And here's the immediate quick dash forward. I want to die with the operator now, all up the front. Doesn't get anything there yet. We have Sova actually starting to make his way into Garage right now, where he could encounter Jet as is, but he's not really too willing to get close here, because with all of those corners and all of those angles in that setup, you don't want to go up against a shotgun, and so he just passes. Look where he's positioned. He's so far back right now because he's just saying, on that distance, I'm gonna kill you 6 days to Sunday. But moving around the corner here, nah, not really happening. Yeah, not eager to do that by any means. Yeah, both of them are not going to make a move there. They're already pinging the entire time. Maybe a little bit more wall banging going on too. Blomster is now sitting on C and trying to poke it down, and they're going to come through C long apparently. That seems to be the commitment. And he is really just hiding deep. I mean, he is not making any moves. He's also, of course, keeping the corner, the corridor in his eyes a little bit. Gets blinded then again. Could be in trouble here. Needs to be careful. First one is already down. And he starts to peek over, but that's not enough. Jet is still sitting there, not making any plays yet. The problem is that we now only have Cypher remaining for the defending team. Quickmath has some problems on their hands, and that ice wall is only one of them. He's one of the few that has a Phantom in the first place, so Cypher is rotating away quickly. And it seems like Mishmashhh is going to run another victory. I mean, they are looking better and better here. Initial round loss, but then winning 3 one after another. So that is actually pretty impressive. I mean, the problem is also that Maxi now has the operator, of course. That just adds to it. They're not really trying to be aggressive and hunt him down. I mean, a little bit of poking, obviously, but essentially it's just them trying to make sure that they save the round and get the next point onto the board. And that's a 3-1 lead now for Team Mishmashhh. And I want to add that again, this is actually on the attacker side. So we've been talking in previous games quite a bit about how on Haven, if you are playing on the defender side, you oftentimes have a bit of an advantage here. And we've seen multiple teams just pull heavily ahead. And it, of course, varies from team to team a little bit. And this is still a map where you have 3 bomb sites. But generally speaking, the defenders have, of course, a lot of opportunities. Just simply poke out, try and go for a quick kill, and then really shut an opponent down early. And if you've seen anything throughout the entire tournament here, then it's that defenders are normally taking a bit of a lead until the halftime starts. Here, it's a very, very different setup now. Omen actually pushing out very aggressively. Could go up against Brimstone if that trend continues. Bloodgo's already sitting over here. Brimstone is also having an eye over onto C, and he is quickly going to play that 1 versus 1 here. Yep. Omen is going to move around and gets taken quite quickly. In the meantime, on B, that's where the rest of the action is currently taking place, but that's 2 agents down for the defending team already. So the attackers with a 5 versus 3 setup have now all the options in the world. Still moving back a bit with, yeah, Jet covering them here. So Jet with the operator is covering the retreat a bit, and they are making their way over onto A again. And right now on A, I mean, there's already a kill against I Wanna Die, and Jet gets another kill against Mucke. That leaves only Sova. I mean, he has his ult, but honestly, he's not going to be able to do anything here. He only has a ghost, so there's not really anything that he can save. This is still an eco round for Quickmath. But his hopes are, if anything, to just take one kill. He's gonna wait for the wall to disappear. The second he starts shooting, they know exactly where he is, and all they gotta do is aim down on him. They are already doing the exact same thing with the window, but as soon as the wall is gone, he might be able to connect the shot. He's trying, but it's not happening. There's the kill, and that's 4 points to 1. Very solid performance by Mishmashhh at the beginning of this game. So a really good start into the semi-final for them. I don't really know how to pronounce the name of Jet. I'm gonna be blunt here. I have no idea. TQ? I think it's TQ. TVQ. Okay, we call him TVQ. If anything, I mean, the T and the Q in caps lock, so either it's TQ or it's TVQ. So either way, that sounds halfway right. I'm not butchering it too much, I think. We have 3 operators in this game right now. Cincy and I Want to Die both have one. And talking about I Want to Die, let's see if that's actually true. And he definitely wants a couple of kills. Doesn't connect the shot here. Tries another one. Can he? Oh, there's the Soval already. Talking about ults, there's another one. TVQ goes down. I Want to Die gets also eliminated. Cincy is making his way over onto C as the attacking team is already starting to plant the spike here. There's a little bit of dodging going on as another Sova ult is committed to. But the Hunter's Fury is not going to do too much here. And Bloat God gets the spike connected. We have a 3 versus 3 setup now as the defenders are trying to retake the position. Coming through spawn, actually. But the spike was planted for long, so they can take that. Yeah, a little bit of wall banging going on. Good kill. Muke is able to get that one in for the team. Cincy gets another kill. And there's the revive. And all of a sudden, it looks like we just might have another victory for the defenders. They get the shot against Rebels. He's down. And that's a successful defuse in round 6. And the second point on the board for Team Quickmath. All right. Okay, with that said, still our 2 operators in here. And hey, do we have an AFK? Nah. Okay, let's have a bit of look on the ult side in particular. I mean, Jet has her ult up right now. That's always nice. So, okay, Tuvik on the other hand. With the ult, I mean, he doesn't have an operator right now. Normally when you have that. Oh, I Want to Die. I mean, you're doing a good job poking out there, but that could have been a kill. So he misses the shot. Unfortunate for him. At the same time, Tuvik on C long is still trying to hold the corner here. So if Omen at any point dares to push out, then he's going to be in a world of pain. We still have a bit of poking in the double doors as I Want to Die is trying to make up for that missed shot earlier to connect that kill. And honestly, he might get an opportunity because the attackers are now slowly pushing through the double doors, or at least positioning for it. B is very locked down now too. Now the spike is getting carried over towards C. And they're committing. Yeah, they're going for it. I Want to Die is fully caught by all of this. But they're rushing onto C again. And Muke is just aiming down onto the entrance. And he gets 1 kill pretty quickly. There's the revive and the wall setup. That wall did not look like it really connected well. Yeah, but it still cuts the entrance off. Okay. Yeah, Tuvik gets another kill against I Want to Die. But that's a 5 versus 3 now all of a sudden. That revive really did wonders for them. And they are trying to bust through the wall. So yeah, the wall connected after all. Not bad. For just a second I thought he just like parallel moved it through the ground here. But that wasn't the case. Bromster gets the kill against Tuvik. But of course now with the 3 and times ticking, they're just retreating. So that's going to be point number 5 on the board for the attackers. Very solid first half for them. I mean, they're doing a great job with their setup. And honestly, they have very snappy decision-making here in the first place. Both of the operators are, by the way, being saved. But they always start to just take a position and then commit with an ult and really use utility to rush onto a point and then control it. And we've seen it now multiple times on C. So they're using utility very quickly. In this case, they committed to the breach ult. And yeah, went just ham on that. So they bursted through the garage, through the double doors, and immediately through the corridor onto C, where we already had Jet taking a bit of a position. So now that we have a 5 versus 2 on the board, let's see if they can do that again. Tuvik has his operator now as well. So there's multiple operator players now in this game. I mean, obviously, Raze could also push through. And she's kind of trying to do that already. Yeah, double checking here a little bit. And she just doesn't connect these shots. I want to die really has a problem with that. That's a couple of opportunities that he technically already had with this. Rebels takes Bloomster down. And over here, Tuvik is eliminating Bill Perry. It's not a good round for the defenders. Yeah. I mean, they're getting hunted down hard. So they're losing one after another. And yeah, this is just bonkers. So... couple of additional shots are getting connected here, but I can already guarantee you that he has no ambition to make a play. I mean, if anything, then he's hoping for someone to just run straight into his crosshair so they can get a kill. But if he can save the operator, that would already be a win given his position. So yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, they're literally trying to hunt him down a bit now over and see, and they're committing utility to it too. So they're just trying to find where he is, but he's sitting on spawn, and they're not going to have enough time to take him down here. I don't really see that happening. Yeah. Unless they are really rushing over. There's just no way. Well... Maxi goes down, and yeah, I'm sorry, bro, but you bit off a little bit too much here. More than he could chew. So that was a little bit too obvious. I think he could hear them coming too. So Cincy is able to save his operator. Tuvik still has it. And also the Jet ult. And that's obviously the big part, right? If you are Jet, then you always want to have something that you can use whenever you get pressured by an opponent and can't rely on the operator. And Jet is just fantastic for exactly that role, even outside simply running a good pistol, because she can commit to her ult. And they are, by the way, also now committing to C again, as it seems. So they're just sniffing that out a little bit. And they're also going to try and maybe get a hit in against Omen. The operator setup is not quite working for them, but he's not the only one that is sitting over on C. We also have Cincy still in that position. Here comes the smoke again, and you can already see it on the minimap. The immediate commitment onto site. I mean, they're making the move right away. There comes the potential plant, plants it for long again so that they can defend here. In comes the wall, has to heal himself, still able to go for the spike plant. We have a 4 versus 4 situation going, but a little bit of a hunt there as Maxi moves out on C long, pushes deep and takes Mucke down. And now the retake attempt, of course, from the defenders, but it doesn't really do anything since Jet is getting another kill connected. So now we're all of a sudden looking at only 2 defenders, and yeah, that peak might just be your last. Yep, there it is. Nice flick. Will Perry takes him down, and Tuvik with another connect as he eliminates Cincy, and that's 7 points against 2 now in this first half of their semi-final. All right, nicely done. Okay. Let's see a little bit what we can go with this one. What do they have in terms of weapons? I'm actually a little bit afraid that they won't be able to commit fully to a buy, and they can't. Okay, yep. This is going to be a rough one for them. It's already around 10, and the only thing that they can afford is a Vandal for Cincy, since he was able to just, like, carry... Not only in regards to kills, but he did a great job, of course, saving his economy for the last couple of rounds. But this is now getting tricky, and they're shifting things. I mean, the entire time they were homing in on B and C, and now this is pretty much one of the few moves that they make towards A. And this is going to be more than a little bit tricky to stop. Then again, the rotation has already started, so they were sniffing this out quickly. And that's really helping. We have the move through A short right now. And if he can get a quick op shot here up to the top, that would of course be a fantastic start. Problem is that Matt already got 1 kill. Maddie is coming in again. Gets attacked from the side though. Maxi is still alive, but the defenders are in a much better position right now, and that leaves our Jet player as the last man standing right here. And this is likely going to be the end for him. I mean, he doesn't even try to save the operator. He's up against 3 and he's just saying like, yeah, that's fine, boys. Doesn't have the spike. A little bit of a poke happening. Yeah, he was a bit too eager here. Anticipated him, of course, moving out. That didn't work. Yeah, I am actually surprised. I'm very surprised that he moved out on this one. With the operator in your hands, I mean, He's maxed out, so he's sitting at 9,000 credits anyways. That's the only reason why they went for this. They had 3 players that were on 9,000 credits. And yeah, in that scenario, I mean, I guess you can go and simply try and make a play there. If you lose the operator, it's not going to be the end of the game for you. But now we have 7 points against 3 as we're heading into the next round. Quickmath against Mishmashhh. And Mishmashhh is bodying. These guys are completely crushing right now. So, yeah. Let's have a look at what's happening now over on C in particular. Because once again, we got our setup with Raze trying to also get a shot in here. So we have another operator in play for her. And that's an opportunity for sure. At the same time, this is an interesting setup. Once that smoke is gone, the two of them are actually going to stare in each other's eye. Blomster is moving away. That is, yeah, careful. I think he wanted to jump behind that, so needs to be a bit cautious. A little bit of a staring contest on C as nobody is peeking around the corner here. Jet is just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, but she gets a little bit of an assist as we now have Sova moving in too. So at least Sova should be able to scout this out a bit, but there's a commitment through the double doors and now they're starting to move in here. The smokes are already in. Jet went for them. There's a few shots connected against Raze and she's already low, but a nice move from Mucke just at the side as they're trying to go in for him. Will Perry is attempting to come in from behind. Cinzy on the other hand, with the rest of the team, he's able to take the attackers down and another point secured for the defenders as they're starting to close the gap a little bit. They haven't given up on this one yet. They still want to advance to the grand final. They've done a great job so far progressing through the tournament as well. And despite the fact that they took a bit of a beating in the earlier rounds, as you can see here, they're starting to really stabilize a little bit. I mean, that was the second round in a row that they now won. They have a good economy going for themselves. They still have 2 operators in play. One on Raze, the other one on Sova. And can use those not only over on A long, where we're going to see a bit of a peak, but also, of course, on C itself. And there's again a slow approach from Team Mishmashhh. The same way they've been playing most of these rounds. Playing it slow, trying to get an opening frag. Jet showing a lot of patience there too. And then eventually making a play. And Jet is already repositioning in the corner again. And honestly, that was an interesting one. Because the ult was actually committed to by Omen. But he got shot down very, very quickly by Jet. But here we go. They come in, flush them out. Over on C again. Maxi gets the kill against Mucke. Good move for the attackers. They get another one against Rebels. And they get Cinzy too. Nice. Here comes the old if I want to die as he's trying to turn that around. But he just can't connect the shot here with a showstopper. Big problem for him. Plant is already coming through. A couple of blind shots, but nothing connects. Will Perry at least takes Rebels down. But Jet still has the position towards spawn, and that's where they're attempting to funnel through here. There's an ice wall over towards the garage. There's even a revive, and those a 5 versus 1 situation. Absolutely no chance for Raze to make any kind of play. And very likely we're going to see an attempt to just simply save the operator. And no. This is the last round actually, my bad. Last round in the half, and therefore an 8-2 score as we are heading into the second half of this game. Yeah, I was a little confused for a second why exactly Raze would try and retake given the circumstances, but since this was the last half, the last round of the half, it obviously made a lot more sense. So we're looking at another pistol round here as Team Mishmashhh is taking on the defender's position. And they are only 5 points away of making it to the grand final. So time will tell if they are as successful on the defender side as they are on the attacker's side. Team Quickmath, on the other hand, they really need to start bridging this gap. It's not too bad. 8-4, that's doable. But as I said previously, what we normally see from most teams is a better play or a better performance on the defender side. So this could be a problem for Team Quickmath. Early wall in the middle. Not really too much pressure, but that of course opens Sage up to move a little bit farther over towards A and would slow down any approach on B anyways. And they are already early committing. I mean, the attackers have taken 2 kills. I Want to Die came in and took Jet down. So it's the 3 versus 5 setup all of a sudden. And Quickmath is opening up this pistol round with a really nice setup. They have a numeric advantage that they can now use to really keep Mishmashhh guessing. And up to this point, it worked out incredibly well. So they're still playing it slow, thanks to Raze getting these very, very quick kills. This worked really, really nicely for them. Couple of jump peeks the entire time, just having a quick look if anybody is sitting over on A long, and well, that's actually the case, but so far they haven't really seen it. Alright, kill attempt, nice headshot. Maddie with a good one, trying to heal himself, that didn't work. But now we still have a few defenders remaining. It's still a 2 versus 4 setup, so it's literally double the numbers. And they are already pushing out here. So yeah, there's a kill for a kill. Might even get another one, and he does. Rebels, damn. Yeah, he gets the double kill, but he's still up against 2. And that is pretty much putting an end to this one. He has no hit points left. He's down to 24. If a single shot connects, he's just out. And he's gonna try. But yeah, good luck with that. A couple of shots are fired. He's trying to make it through the smokes. And he might just get a glimpse of him. No. Tries to fake it. Yeah, and that's the end. Will Perry comes in and takes him down. Good attempt. Nice try. But Rebels isn't able to pull this one off. 5-8. They're closing the gap. Making it happen. And now it's Bulldog time. A few Bulldogs in. Seems like it's going to be a full-on eco round by Mishmashhh. Which is what we see from most players. I mean, we have seen a couple of rounds now already where the losing team of the pistol round still committed to weapons. And honestly, some of them even turn it around and come back into it. But it's always a bit of a gamble. Now that they are up against not only full armor, but also SMGs, Bulldogs, Spectres, one single Ghost at this point. The only one to commit to Ghost is actually Maxi. So he's the only one. And oh my god, the defenders, look at that. They are aggressively pushing out right now. They are really looking for the fight. But they have taken the wrong gamble here, because now they need to try and retake A, since Team Mishmashhh didn't waste any time hovering around at the start in an attempt to, well, find out which position might be open. They simply went straight in for A, and yeah, that's a little bit of a problem here. There's a little bit of healing going on, but that's a total shit show. They get fully taken apart here. I mean, I appreciate the idea behind it. Just imagine that Team Quickmath, for example, sets up on all 3 of the bomb sites again just to slow play it and peek it. If that happens and the defenders push out as 5, they might just get a 5 versus 1, 5 versus 2 situation at some point on the map, get a kill in or 2, and all of a sudden, with them stealing 1 or 2 weapons away, they have a chance to retake this. Didn't quite work out that way. Quickmath went for a really nice coordinated move, but now we're looking at a full setup again with an operator for Jet. Already poking in. Cage is out though. No shots yet. They're pushing actually into A short. Jet has to reposition, smokes down, and gets eliminated very, very quickly. Mook is now moving into. Perry already got 2 kills. And yeah, we have Quickmath really starting to put a number on these boys. Okay, no default planned from Mooka. Actually planting it a little bit more open. And yeah, this is difficult to retake. This is very, very difficult to retake, I might add. Yep. And I don't really think that they're even gonna try. I mean, you can see them on the minimap already starting to retreat slowly because they're realizing, hey guys, this isn't happening. If we move in more, we're just gonna get our asses kicked. And not really worth it. With only 3 remaining, just save the weapons. See if you maybe can catch someone trying to hunt you down, but it's all that you more or less can do. I mean, Maddie is the one with the Vandal is watching for the corridor to see if anybody's trying to escape through that path. That ain't working. So we have another point for Quickmath on the board as they're closing that gap pretty quickly. So all of a sudden it's 7 points to 8. And the defender side hasn't made any moves yet in this second half. Now obviously they got plenty of money now, considering that they lost 3 rounds in a row. So that's 2,900 every single round that you play from here on out, unless of course you win one eventually. I want to die with the only operator in the game, and he might have a chance as they are pushing on to B, but at least it's proper weaponry in the hands of Mishmashhh. But the lead that they had after the switch is pretty much gone. Alright, there's a poke already. And nobody moving out just yet. It seems to be C though. Now they're moving aggressively over onto C, and the only one sitting there is actually Rebels. Rebels is the only one. There was a lot of damage done to at least Raze already earlier, but they're actually rotating away from it. If Sage gets close enough, she might be able to get the heal in. Actually, she did already, so she had line of sight, and that's all that she needed for that. But they moved away from C here. Rebels was actually so close to face off against 3 of them. And then they started to move away. But now is a pretty quick approach over onto B. And there's no one sitting there. I mean, we got, of course, Jet sitting currently in the garage here behind the double doors. But over on B, I mean, B is completely open. There's still a little bit of vision happening as they're moving in. Here comes the wall. They're shutting it off towards the side and immediately move in with the cluster grenade to cover it. That's also happening, and the spike is planted, and now the retake is in progress. Not going to be too easy to take. Seems like Omen might actually move through the double doors if he has another chance there. Yep, moves in and gets a shot connected. I want to die, takes one down, blooms to the others, and the defenders are again struggling. I mean, there's another wall up already as they're trying to cover for the defuse, but there's the kill. Well played. Sage comes in for another, and that's the end of Breach. Yeah, score is tied, ladies. There we go. 8-8 on the scoreboard. Doing a fantastic job here. Quickmath crushing it. 4 wins in a row now. And it just seems that Team Mishmashhh doesn't have any kind of strategy against this. They don't have an answer to this setup. So, yeah. It's getting tricky. They're starting to run out of ideas a little bit, I'd say. I mean, Muka has now an operator. And, yeah, I mean, how many operators do they actually run? Well, that's only one. I love that Plot could actually go straight in for a judge. Yeah. He's just sitting in that corner and saying like, alright, 1, 2, gets 2 down, tries to go for 3rd, doesn't get it. But the good old judge delivering once again. Now, it's only 2 defenders that are still in play. We have 3 attackers as they're going for the plant. And, yeah, I mean, with the Bucky, it worked out on the attacker side, but in the defender's position, I'm not quite sure if they can actually get close enough to really get a lot of value out of this one. If he pokes around the corner, on the other hand, there it is, 1! But Mucke comes through for the team and gets the counter kill. And that leaves us in a 1 versus 2 spot. Yeah, Brimstone is already starting to move back up, and he gets taken down. Mucke with the 3rd kill in the round, and they take the lead. Impressive performance. Impressive performance, I gotta say. 5 rounds in a row. They're crushing. 4 times they were able to shut them down before they even got the plant. And 1 time they went for the defuse. And it seems like it's all about the sniper setup right now. 2 operators on the side of Mishmashhh. They've had enough. The defenders are just saying, alright, it's time to just take them down. Don't let them even get close enough. I mean, first of all, we got Maxi over here. Trying to aim down on long. There's still also someone sitting over on B, Jet actually. But there's a little bit of poking happening over on C long. But they're playing it slow again. I mean, right now, Quickmath is just taking their time. They have taken the lead right now, so they're actually ahead. So losing momentum would be a bit more annoying. Maddie sitting in the garage. Same time. Can they move through there? I mean, pretty much everybody's just waiting. If they push through the smoke, he's already poking a little bit. Okay. Do they commit to this, though? Slows them down already. Gets smoked out. Gets the shots connected. But a move over towards B is already happening. And, well, that might actually be Cypher peeking to his death. Alright, there's another reveal happening. But there we go. If anybody jumps around the corner without smoking it out... Oh my god, Cincy! That could have been a double kill even. I mean, it seemed like they lined up perfectly for him. So that's the kill. Slowed them down. 5 versus 4. And now the entire team rotates to A to set up their position. Another kill comes in. I want to die. Maxi with the 3rd one. He killed 3 of this round. Mucke also goes down. Only 2 attackers are still here. And they are pushing in to get those kills. They trade as Vilperi falls. He was the last man standing. And that's a defuse. And finally the defenders able to win a round in this second half. I mean, holy shit. Yep. 2 operators now for them. Picked one up. Obviously, there's plenty of money to go around for Quickmath after they just won 5 rounds in a row. They had 0 problem with that. But it's tied again. And look at the setup in regards to ults. All 5 are up for Team Mishmashhh. All 5 of them. And they have, of course, now the big opportunity to unleash at least a few of those to take the lead again. And the attackers looking over onto C. Brimstone is the only one on C at this point. A little bit of a poke onto B. Got 2 on A. There's already the ult coming out. Dodging out on that. Good shot. Connects. Nice. Jukes out the second one, but he's down to 27 HP. And still gets the kill against I Wanna Die. Nice. Gets the kill. Tries for a little bit more. There's the corner. Gets the ult out as well as they're trying to shut that out. Nicely done, Rebels. What a play. He was down to 20 HP and he was able to take 2 himself. And absolutely crucial in this victory here. Fantastic round for him. Nice hold that he got there on C. Great performance, and that's the lead for his team. He flushed them out, made them guess, got 2 kills himself. Really solid setup. Now with 17 kills, the top fragger for his team. Sinzi for the attackers has the same amount of kills. 2 operators still. Jet and Sova on the defender side both have it. I Wanna Die doesn't have the resources to commit to another operator, so it's a Vandal instead. And still plenty of ults around. They use 2, they still have 3. And also Rebels still holding on to that. And again, over here on A, this might be where the next attack or where the next defense has to be set up. The entire attacking team is now starting to push in through both areas, A short and A long. And nobody has any information there apparently just yet. Maxi's sitting at the top and he's the one to try and double check what's happening here. Yeah, okay, nice, good. Fantastic, blind. And has all the information that he needs. Good shots. I mean, honestly, that's a dream. You know exactly what's happening. They're buying a little bit of time. He's in a fantastic setup here, up at the top here. Rest of the team is moving through. We even have the ult committer on Jet. Gets easy kills in. What a beautiful double. What a triple. Sexy plays from Jet right here, and we're going to take another quick look at that. Now, first of all, we had Maxi up at the top, and then Jet comes in, gets an easy double kill against the 2, jumps on the top, uses the high ground position to lock in another kill against Omen and seal the deal in this round. 2 points ahead again. It seems like they stabilized a bit on the defender side now. 3 wins in a row, still both of the operators in play, and money is starting to be scarce for the attackers. They have to go for a semi-eco round. Blomster still has a Phantom, but outside of him, most of them are now only committing to Sheriffs. And they try to make the play for A again, as it seems. Now, keep in mind, they're already trying to lock down Sova as much as they can. They're actually falling back a little bit. Bloodgood gets absolutely murdered. No chance for him. Gets totally crushed here. But then again, top side has also been completely shut down by the wall. So that is a great one. It's a 5 versus 5 though. Since we had that... No, sorry, 5 versus 4 though. And still a bit of a poke happening into the corners here. Let's see if he can maybe get a kill. It's always happening around the poke. Try and get the shot connected. Not so much. Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky spot. It's really difficult for them to come back on this one. Alright, blocking side a little bit. This one gets actually some wallbang action going. Alright, knows where Raze is. That's a good kill. Sees Sova. That's not enough to get them one. But there's the thrifty victory for the attackers. They didn't really have a lot of weapons. Mainly relying on Sheriffs. They had 1 Phantom in play. And now they still were able to win the round. And it is a clutch series here in the semi. Damn. 10 points to 11. Jet with 19 kills, back on the operator. Maxi hasn't really bought himself anything yet. Technically could have gone for an operator too, but would have had to commit to a light armor then instead, which he didn't do here. And they're starting up again.
Cover going out.
Yeah, over on A. Alright, jumping over already, not giving them any kind of operator chances. The operator is sitting in the middle though. A bit of a poke over on A. Committing a bit of utility, trying to fake them out here while they're making the real approach towards C. And that was a beautiful fake. I mean, they really committed a lot, and now, of course, the gist is already more or less up. The wall is blocking off the double door setup, and yep. Maxi gets 1 kill. That was actually impressive, given the circumstances. But the spike is planted. It's a 5 versus 4. But it's going to be tricky to move through that. They are pretty much all assembling on spawn as they're trying to push in. Good smoke on long. Here comes the revive. Maddie goes down though. And that's another double kill. The attacker's down, eliminated with one exception. And that is Omen. And he's slowly coming over from B in an attempt to maybe stop them at defusing. Can't really do that. Gets the easy kill, of course, against Jet. Gets another one against Rebels and gets the third. But it is already over. The round is won by Team Mishmashhh. But yeah, beautiful setup for him. But of course, it's simply not enough. Yeah, he drew the knife at the wrong moment. I can tell you that much. First match point. First match point. Double operator for the defenders. And none on the attacking side. One Vandal. A little headshot potential here. From long. Okay, we actually got Sova. Now moving over on C as well. They're still poking a little bit. Yeah, oh my god. That was a quick grenade. Down to 26 HP. And Omen already moved in with his own ult into the corner. Trying to sniff that out. And he gets the kill. Nice. Mook is down too, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. Regardless, I Want to Die gets another one. So that puts the attackers ahead a little bit as they're trying to close the gap and force this into overtime. First match point so far they seem to be able to defend it, but as I say, Rebel gets the kill against I Want to Die, and that puts it into a 3 versus 3. They're trying to go through spawn again. Yeah, and they are engaging with Breach, moving them through the point. Good kill. Blood God Cakes one. Nicely done. Rebels is low. Can he get the kill? He cannot. And that leaves us with only Blood God standing. The attackers taking it. It was a close one, but they're able to secure it. 11 points to 12. Match point number 2. Match point number 2, and this could go overtime. This could go straight into the overtime here.
That goes there.
How's the eco looking? Yeah, not a lot available for the defenders. I mean, they go for shotguns. It's not hopeless. They have a shotty. They got also... actually, he had a judge. What are they doing? You're not going to save anything over here, are you now? Now went into the armor instead. Okay, so no judge after all. It seems to be another move on to C. God, I would have loved at least a shotgun here. But of course, he doesn't really need a weapon because he still has his ult up. There's a chance for him. Maxi takes a kill. Alright, ults are being committed too. And that's nearly a kill against Jet. Ooh, careful. I mean, 4 versus 3, but that is still doable. I honestly thought that they would be able to make a move there. Instead, we have a parry trying to come in. Yeah, gives his position away, and unfortunately for him doesn't connect a single shot here. They have the ults ready. I mean, at least at this point you might at least throw them out, right? Yeah, and he gets the kill. Oh my god, and I Want to Die takes Maddie down. Guys, that is it. The attackers take it. This is overtime, ladies and gentlemen. So, obviously, overtime got changed a little bit. There's no sudden death anymore. You need to take a 2-point lead. And sides will always be changed, and you pretty much lose everything, and you have 5,000 credits available, so you can buy anything you want there. But, yep, that is the first overtime that we have in the tournament. So really 2 teams that are on eye level here. Okay, so let's have a bit of a look of how this one is gonna work out here. And yeah. Defender side first. Mishmashhh on the defenders. And let's see what we have. Do we have operators? Yeah, one. One operator's in. Obviously, the preparation time at the beginning of the round is a little bit longer when you're heading into overtime, since again you lose all your utility, you lose all your weapons, and then you have to just rebuy everything with the 5,000 credits that you get per round. But now that we're in overtime, you always have to take the 2-point lead if you wanna win the match. And I Want to Die, the one on the attacker side that is now going to try and play that out. Actually, am I lying? I'm a little bit confused over there. No, there we go.
Yes, this should do.
Okay.
This goes here.
Yeah, colors are a little bit off at this point. So, with Peronius boys, they are on the defender side right now. But, yep, We are actually seeing Quickmath on the attackers for now, as mentioned.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Apparently they had to pause. Okay, I was a little bit confused for just a second too, but yeah, so apparently they had to pause the game for some reason. Yeah, I'm honestly at this point I'm always a little bit like worried about like bugs coming through here when we're talking about Valorant, because in the last couple of patches, while Riot has introduced small features into the observer mode, they unfortunately also had the problem that every single time that they released a new patch, there were a couple of bugs coming in together with it, and the most prominent one is a color bug on the team side. So now that we're heading into the first overtime, I was a little bit worried that we would look at something like that again. Thankfully, that doesn't seem to be the case after all, but still, every single time it comes to that, I'm a bit worried. But as I said, we actually have our first setup now with Raze. I mean, we got a little bit of a problem. It's not quite perfect, but yeah. Okay. Mook is currently standing over there. More importantly, Bloomstar, and just as I say, now that we're heading into overtime, we have the hotkey problem again. So yeah, hotkeys are screwed again. Riot is always, it's amazing. So at least now it only happens in overtime. Rebels gets the double kill. I can't really target any agent that I want to watch right now, so sorry guys for that, but we have to keep our eyes on what we have in front of us, because unfortunately in overtime apparently the hotkeys are being screwed up again. That's a very familiar bug. Usually that happened after the halftime. Thankfully that's gone, but now it happens in overtime. So Riot is shifting the timing of their bugs a little bit instead of just removing them completely. But there are the kills. 3 versus 2 situation now in favor of Quickmath. They're looking good. Maddie is gonna try for another shot. Oh, just peeks the wrong corner there. Muke comes in, takes it. 2 versus 1 situation now. And they might just be able to pull that one off. Quickmath wants to take the lead here. Good move with the Incinerary. Already faking it out a bit. Gets 1 kill. Nope, he doesn't. Maxi takes it, and that's the lead for Team Quickmath. Yeah, Quickmath with the lead as we're now heading into this. Now, of course, they're switching sides here too. And let's see if they can pull it off and make it a 2-point lead. And yes, as expected, we actually have a little bit of a problem here with our overlay now. So yeah, good job, Riot. So guys, in case that you were a little bit... Wait, am I wrong now? Are they wrong? I'm actually lost a little bit. No, it seems like we actually have the lead for Mishmashhh. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. Yeah, Mishmashhh is actually ahead at this point. I think the colors are occasionally screwed a little bit. We even have an Odin commitment. I mean, holy hell.
Smoke's down.
So yeah, committed to the Odin over here. And oh my god, if he opens fire there, that would be... No, he pokes the wrong corner! No! Just as we could have seen a total Odin setup, he just pokes the wrong corner for a moment. And now the attackers are pushing through, or about to, through the corridor here. Rebels is actually poking it for a second, just misses them, jumping up on the window. Barely doesn't see them. Attackers are completely ripping them apart right now, and it is crazy. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy here. There's only one last man standing, and that is Maddie. So, yeah. Trying to come in order to make a play, but can't quite set it up. Gets 1 against Muke, heals up again, but of course, pushing into 4 is going to be more than a little bit tricky for them. Yeah, 1 is raised, he gets another hit in, but it's tied again, so we're going to go into overtime number 2. Yep, off we go. Okay. Yeah, this time we have also, again, Mishmashhh on the defender side. And that's exactly where the problem comes in. If you look at the colors right now, it's actually split the wrong way. So the colors that we have on the scoreboard over here don't match the colors that we have on the loadout. And that's exactly the problem. So when we're heading into the overtime, that happens a little bit. So it can be quite confusing. But as it stands, we actually see Team Mishmashhh defending. And we have the And we have their opponent attacking therefore, of course. So it's a little bit confusing with the loadout. That's where the confusion at the beginning came from. Again, some of the bugs that Valorant introduces there are a little bit tricky to lock down. And that's exactly what we're seeing here right now. So at least now we're aware of what exactly the problem is. But here comes the double kill. Okay. Mook and Vilperi are both down. And the attackers are starting to take the lead here. Quickmath is currently looking strong in this first round. Boomster's trying to blind us. They're about to retake the spot. But the wall is already there. And he did not account for Maxi. That's another kill. 4 versus 2, 4 versus 1. And Quickmath take the victory in this round. So now sides are getting switched again. Yep, and they're switching the score there once more. Alrighty. It's amazing to me how Riot is able to just screw this observer mode up over and over and over again. But yeah, that's actually what's happening here. So let me double check this again. So Mishmashhh is currently ahead, as it seems. Quickmath lost the last one. I'm not even sure that's true anymore. They're just switching sides right now. Really. I'm heavily confused at this point. But yes. Yeah. Rebels and Mishmashhh, they are ahead. We got the 14 points. Okay. Yeah, so let's keep our eye on that a little bit. Now as we're coming in, let's see. Lord God. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. What a massacre. They are about to take this one. Nicely done. Mishmashhh is about to claim victory over here as they are defending beautifully. And if you just look at Bloomster, he has no hit points left. That's 8 HP on him. He gets taken down. And that's a win for Team Mishmashhh as they advance to the grand final, ladies and gentlemen. GG and well played.